The best of the best take the field one more time. Hey, it's the coach. This is the NFL Pro Bowl on EA Sports. Coming up, the next to last game on the NFL calendar just moments away. The AFC and NFC stars, they're ready. I'll check you again at halftime. But for the call of the Pro Bowl, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar, AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
Excitement? Well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on. We know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
It's going to be a long day.
They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On 2nd down, McLeod. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 34-yard line.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. On second down now, McLeod only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the NFC out to an early 3-0 lead.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
That's it, baby. We gon' work.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Here we go again. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Watch the back. Watch the team. Let's get it now. Let's get it right now.
Mahomes going to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a first down carry for Harris. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On second down, this is Harris. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Set. 10-2 start. You can't block me. You can't block me. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Smith here. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Down. 10 Lobo. Come on, the ball. Down.
On play action, they'll throw. The 20. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Touchdown! A big play there. 46 yards. And the NFC adds on to their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense for the AFC set to go now. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Yellow. I'm on 80. Check for red.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Now Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
Get ready. Get ready.
3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check three.
And again, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
One leg. Watch the twitch.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Win the rep. Let's go right here. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Attack. Penetration. Mike, 55.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Bradley Chubb. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense for the NFC back out there. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
Ready up. Mike 57. Come on, D.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give, right side. McLeod. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. The open man is Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 yards there and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
An eligible receiver.
Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense.
Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Ready, ready. 55. Hey, eat.
They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
All right, partner, count with me. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Look, he had all day to throw the football and never got rid of it and allowed for the sack. That's not on the offensive line.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And that's caught by Smith. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 27-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
2nd and 4. So they get a traffic there, and that's complete. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. A 20-yard touchdown. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go. 43. Yellow. Pick your game up. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch out, watch out. 15. Motion. Hey, Ripley. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Let's go, D.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the NFC going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So we have come upon halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Dexter Lawrence showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. DJ Moore. 57 yards as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively, if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you threw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They'll run on first down. McLeod, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he is in. Touchdown NFC. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the NFC adds on to their lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back out is the AFC offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From the 30 on second down, Mahomes out to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Mahomes, he's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at that nice little drive brewing right here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Coming after you. 55, my God, 55.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. 20. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Noah Fant, 41 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? There it was.
Yeah, we talked about it. That despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road. And boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The 20, 10, and touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. A 20-yard touchdown. And the NFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6.
Brendan, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The AFC offense making their way back out. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the AFC. And even 50 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Watch the safety creep. Check nickel.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That one complete to Hill. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. They run the counter. Harris. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They run again with Harris. And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the AFC able to cut into the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The extra point up and good. And that will get them one closer. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with an AFC touchdown. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
On 1st down, McLeod, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll drop the throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards on the play as they pick up the 1st. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Watch twins.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go,
The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see that sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Dexter Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That's taken it around the 40. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the lines.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Back out is the AFC offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
'43's the mic, boys. 43. Check, 43.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Dexter Lawrence. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
43 is the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Yellow.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Yeah.
Check. 57 colors. 57 colors.
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see because sometimes teams don't play against